Welcome back to USA Car Reviews, the place where true car enthusiasts gather to celebrate automotive icons that defined generations. Today we're diving into a classic that has returned with a roar, a car that carries heritage in every line of its body and power in every rev of its engine. I'm talking about the new 1970 MGB V8, a machine that blends vintage British Roadster charm with a heart that beats like a muscle car. This is not just a car, it's an experience that takes you back to a golden era of driving while giving you the strength and refinement to enjoy it in today's world. When people think of the MGB, they often picture a small, lightweight, open-top British sports car that was simple yet full of character. It was never meant to be the fastest car on the road, but it offered something else that mattered more: fun. The MGB was about the wind in your hair, the tight steering in your hands, the smell of petrol and leather, and that raw connection between man and machine. Now, with the new 1970 MGB V8, that story is rewritten. It still has the classic body we all love, but under the hood, it's hiding something very different. That's right, a V8 engine that transforms this charming little roadster into a serious performer. Let's start with the design. From the moment you look at the 1970 MGB V8, you're greeted by that timeless roadster silhouette. The long bonnet, the short rear deck, the rounded fenders, and the classic chrome accents, all perfectly preserved to keep its vintage character alive. The car we're reviewing here is finished in a deep maroon, a color that feels rich, classy, and exactly the kind of tone that suits a car with such history. The wire spoke wheels, the chrome bumpers, and the MG badge all shine under showroom lights, reminding you that this is not just a car, it's a piece of automotive art. Step around to the back and you see those round taillights and chrome bumper giving off that unmistakable 70s vibe. It's simple but elegant, the kind of design that modern cars just don't capture anymore. This isn't a car trying to look futuristic, it's a car that proudly wears its past while hiding a big surprise in the engine bay. Because when you lift that hood, instead of the modest 4-cylinder engine you expect, you're met with a 3.5-liter V8 that completely changes the game. This engine gives the new MGB V8 the power it always deserved. The car is light, so when you combine that with a V8, you get a roadster that can leap forward with serious force. Acceleration feels instant, and the sound alone is worth the price of admission. The low growl of a V8 in a small British roadster is something magical, a mix of refinement and rawness that you don't get anywhere else. This is a car that can cruise effortlessly but also deliver thrills when you put your foot down. It bridges two worlds: the elegance of a European sports car and the muscle of American performance. Inside the cabin, the MGB V8 keeps things classic. You've got black leather seats that hug you just right, a wooden steering wheel that feels alive in your hands, and those vintage round gauges lined across the dash. Chrome details sparkle across the interior, from the gear shifter to the instrument bezels, creating that old-school vibe that modern cars can't replicate. But what makes it truly special is the simplicity. There are no giant touchscreens or distracting buttons, just you, the road, and the machine. It's a pure driving environment, reminding us of a time when cars weren't just transportation but true companions on the road. Driving the new 1970 MGB V8 is an experience that's hard to describe until you feel it yourself. The steering is direct, the suspension gives you just enough feedback without punishing you, and the engine pulls with the kind of smooth yet powerful character only a V8 can deliver. You're not cocooned from the world like in modern luxury cars, you're part of it. You hear the engine, you feel the road, and every shift through the gearbox makes you feel like you're in command of something alive. This is what driving was always meant to be. But what makes the MGB V8 even more special is its story. Back in the 70s, enthusiasts often dreamed of putting bigger engines into small British sports cars. The factory-built MGB GT V8 was proof that the idea worked. Now, with this modern revival of the 1970 MGB V8, we're seeing that same spirit alive and well. It's a tribute to ingenuity, to passion, and to the never-ending desire to make cars more exciting. On the road, it's a head-turner. People smile when they see it, they wave, they ask questions. Because the MGB is one of those cars that everyone seems to have a memory with. Maybe their parents had one, maybe they drove one in college, or maybe they just admired it from afar. And now, seeing it reborn with a V8, it sparks those same feelings but with even more excitement. It's nostalgia combined with adrenaline. So who is this car for? It's for the enthusiast who loves vintage style but craves modern performance. It's for the driver who doesn't want a soulless machine but something that makes every drive an occasion. It's for the collector who knows that cars like this don't just come around every day. The new 1970 MGB V8 isn't about blending in. It's about standing out, about celebrating a time when driving was raw, emotional, and unforgettable. At USA Car Reviews, we believe cars like the MGB V8 are more than machines. They're rolling stories, pieces of history that carry the spirit of freedom and adventure. The new 1970 MGB V8 captures all of that and more. It's stylish, powerful, and dripping with character. Whether you're staring at it in the showroom, polishing it in your garage, or blasting down a country road with the V8 singing, it delivers joy in a way that modern cars rarely do. In the end, the 1970 MGB V8 is proof that some legends never fade, they just get stronger. It's a reborn classic that respects its past while giving us something new to love today. And that's why this car deserves a place in every enthusiast's heart. Thanks for joining us here on USA Car Reviews. If you love cars that connect the past with the present, and if you believe that driving should always be fun, then this MGB V8 is the perfect example of why we keep celebrating classics like these. Stay tuned for more reviews, more stories, and more legends that keep the car world alive. Until next time, keep driving, keep dreaming, and keep the passion alive.